Dan from the Mike James Rock Show, and I've collared this man the most interesting sunglasses at Download.
Thank you very much. I mean, like, yours are pretty good yourself, so, you know.
Thank you.
Maybe we'll have to do a swap.
Well, I find a lot of people are checking their appearance in mine, so as long as you're braced for the
said that, actually, hang on, Lena.
Though you should probably introduce yourself for those people that want the serious interview.
My name is Jamie from Polaris. How we doing? It's a pleasure to be here.
And you do the screaming sort of style, the singing thing.
I'm the angry guy.
I'm
sorry for yelling. I apologize for your parents.
This is nearly the same as last time, where off stage you're an incredibly soft-spoken, lovely gentleman, but on stage you're a bit of a demon. Do you know what I mean?
A little bit, yeah.
I was watching you guys first thing this morning. By the way, they opened the main stage today.
Still processing that. Still.
Okay, shall we come back in 5 minutes?
No. I mean, maybe give me a day or two, but.
Because when we first spoke, it was first tour. You were supporting someone. I can't remember who. Possibly Thy Art Is Murder.
The first time we were over here was with it was Never Say Die Festival. Yeah. It was like 7 bands.
It was the one that you were on tour in Cardiff.
So it would have been probably the show of Architects.
Yes.
Yeah.
So at that point, you guys were still mind blown, and I feel like I've got you at another mind blown moment.
Yeah.
So just every time that your mind gets blown in Polaris. I'm just going to be stood there like, hi, can I talk to you?
It's me again, round 3. No, I mean, that Architects tour was, at that time, the biggest, I mean, still is the biggest run of shows that this band has ever done until today, really.
Right.
The biggest tour, biggest shows, biggest lineup, like Architects being one of our idols, our favorite bands.
Oh, for sure.
And, just the level of shows that was, it was such a massive opportunity, and taking each day as it comes while still processing, what you're doing. Like try not so much take it for granted, like not take it for granted, but to just live in the moment and just be there. And it's hard to do that when you're doing such like a scale of shows where you're playing it in front of anywhere from like 2,000 to close to 10,000 people. That's a big deal. That's a lot of people. And for a little band from the Sutherland Shire in Sydney, Australia, like that's it's, for us, dreams come true. And again today, as I said on stage, so I'm sorry if I'm repeating myself if you guys are here, I've watched so many of my favorite bands live sets from this very festival over the years, over and over and over again. So to be here, even when I was walking around this morning when the grounds are quiet, and just be like, there's no way there's going to be this many people here. There's no way we're actually here playing this. And then to be on that stage and stepping out and doing what we did is, like I said, I'm still processing it. I know it happened. I wanted to do it again as soon as I got off. I'm like, can we go again, please? Like when you're waiting on a carnival ride, you want to just go back again.
Fully.
I'm still on such a high from it. Even being here talking to you, just looking around while I'm talking to you, it's just so cool to be where I've always pictured myself in that crowd via a screen on my computer, It's so cool to be here.
And what's interesting is obviously Architects were main support last night, so for your
they probably fucking nailed it as always.
Oh, unbelievably so.
Yep. Apologies for the swear word, sorry.
It's absolutely fine.
Cool.
But you guys clearly have just this Architects thing as well, so
I mean, we're big fans,
Anytime they do something big, it's so we've done big supports anyway, can we come do another support thing, share a stage, and I'll just be there waving. We've got your future set, it's absolutely fine.
Let's go.
So just to follow up from last time, you were worried about the second album. It turns out you had absolutely no reason to be worried about that launch, because if it could be received better than the first, I think it was.
Yeah. It was a bit worrying, with COVID. We released the album, and then almost a week or two later, COVID, the whole world shut down. Yeah. And for quite a long period of time, we were so worried that, the album nothing was going to happen, because the world shut down. We didn't know if and when we were going to tour it. Yeah. We just finished the tour around Australia for the album, and that was it. And over time, seeing how the record was going online, all the posts, the comments, people sharing our music, as COVID started coming to an end and stuff started to pick back up again, the fact that we were actually seemingly able to get back on the road and make sure this record saw the light of day over here in Europe and the UK and in America as well, it was just so comforting to finally do that, because we were so worried that wasn't going to happen, and we're this record deserves, by how well it's been received, it deserves to get it's time out there. You know.
So have you been doing that since the World Open?
Essentially, yeah.
So I don't think this is where I embarrass myself because the heat is meant I've forgotten everything.
It's all good.
You don't have the third out yet, do you?
No, not yet. It comes out September 1st. Fatalism.
You
can pre-order it right now.
He's more professional than I am.
Not really, but yeah.
So I'm guessing we'll probably end up connecting with you guys on the UK tour of that.
I look forward to it.
And then I can remind you of this conversation.
Yep.
And just brace yourself because there's going to be another mind-blowing moment after the third album's released. And like I say, this smile will be right there.
Same right here, mate. Same right here.
Thank you so much for taking a few minutes.
It's been a pleasure.
I'm going to release you back into the wild.
I'm going into that pit. You'll see me on these screens crowd surfing to Metallica. It's going to happen.
You heard it here first.
Welcome to the My James Rock Show.